Welcome, explorers. What if you never had to wait for an organ donor again? What if your next heart wasn't taken from someone else, but printed layer by layer just for you? Let's 3D print the future. Right now, thousands of people are dying every year simply because they can't get the organs they need in time. In the US alone, someone is added to the transplant waitlist every 10 minutes, and every day, 17 people die waiting. Even when an organ becomes available, there are huge challenges. It might not be a perfect match. There are risks of rejection. And even if everything goes well, the patient must stay on anti-rejection drugs for life. So here's the question scientists asked. What if we could skip the waiting list and just print the organ instead? This is where bioprinting comes in. Imagine a 3D printer, but instead of ink or plastic, it prints with bio-ink, a mixture of living cells and supportive materials. Here's how it works. Step 1. Scan the patient's body, usually using MRI or CT, to build a digital 3D model of the needed tissue. Step 2. Design the structure, including blood vessels and cellular layers. Step 3. Use a bioprinter to lay down cells, layer by layer, just like a 3D printer would with plastic. Step 4. Place the printed tissue in a bioreactor, a kind of incubator, where it matures into living, functional tissue. Some bioprinters can print with a resolution of just 10 microns, smaller than a red blood cell. And yes, it's real, it's already happening. Let's look at some pioneers in the field. Organovo, one of the first companies to bioprint human liver tissue for drug testing. Prelis Biologics, building capillary-scale blood vessels, key for printing full organs. Volumetric, acquired by 3D Systems, creating ultra-detailed tissue constructs. Professor Ali Haddad in France, working on printing miniature pancreases for diabetic patients. Wake Forest Institute, printing skin, cartilage, and even mini kidneys. And here's a shocker. In 2022, researchers in Israel printed a tiny human heart with blood vessels made from a patient's own cells. It wasn't large enough to implant, but it beat like a real heart. This is not science fiction. This is biofabrication, and it's moving fast. But how close are we really to printing a functional transplant-ready organ? Let's break it down. We can already print simple tissues like skin for burn victims. We can print cartilage for noses and ears and bone for dental implants. Complex organs like kidneys and livers are in prototype stages. Whole hearts or lungs, not there yet. Why? Because real organs aren't just shaped right, they're alive. They need blood flow, nerves, immune protection, and the ability to regenerate. One of the biggest hurdles is vascularization, building tiny capillaries that feed every cell oxygen and nutrients. Still, we're making progress every year. Bioprinting isn't just about future transplants, it's already changing medicine. Printed cartilage and bone are being used in reconstructive surgery. Skin grafts for burn victims have been printed and implanted. Printed liver and kidney tissues are replacing animals in drug testing. Eye researchers are printing retinal tissue for vision restoration. Here's another shocking fact. In 2019, the FDA approved bioprinted human tissues for preclinical testing, which means we may never need to test on animals again. Let me tell you about Isabel. She was born with a rare tracheal defect, one that prevented her from breathing normally. No donor was available. Traditional surgery wasn't an option, so doctors tried something radical. They printed a biodegradable windpipe scaffold. They seeded it with Isabel's own stem cells. They implanted it, and the windpipe grew with her body. Today, Isabel is healthy and thriving. Bioprinting saved her life. Imagine a future where you walk into a hospital, and instead of joining a donor list, a custom organ is printed for you, on demand. But to get there, we still need better vascular systems, faster, cheaper printers, AI-driven organ design, and safe clinical trials. And yes, ethical questions too. Who gets access? Can we print enhancements? Where do we draw the line? Let's say tomorrow you needed a heart. Would you trust a machine to print one for you? would you place your life in the hands of a lab-grown, customised organ? Because soon, it might not be a choice. That future is closer than you think. Thanks for joining this journey into the frontier of organ printing. If you believe the future is printed, hit that subscribe button and stay curious. More tech facts, more discoveries, more tomorrow.